I like food. I hope you do too. I like having food in my pantry. I like having food in my fridge. I love food, especially when it's in my stomach. The way that I, generally speaking, get food to go into my stomach is by buying it with money. Okay? We all love money. Okay? Whether or not you admit it, whether or not you think you do because you like to live and you like food and you like, I don't know, everything. You like having a house, you like having a TV, you like everything, okay? Everything can be bought with money, okay? So money is a good thing. We like money. Money can be used as bad, but that's completely different. That's a completely different tangent, and we're not doing that. And I'm sorry for bringing it up. I apologize. Today, we're going to be talking about one of the biggest, if not the single biggest, entertainment industries when it comes to money, and that is the video game industry. Now, who doesn't love a video game? If you say you don't love a video game, then yeah. I don't even know what to say. Okay, video games are good. They are an absolute good. Okay, so when we talk about Jesus, when we talk about light, when we talk about, money, these are absolute goods. Okay, and video game is the goodest of the absolute goods, besides, anything else. But anyways, video games are good. And if you make video games, you have two goods because you make video games, which are good, and you make money, which is good. So money and video games, good. Now let's talk about some bads between the relationship of money and video games. The bad would be gambling in game. So let's talk about microtransactions. Microtransactions are a form of, they're a mini, or you might say micro. They're a microtransaction done within a video game. That's actually what they are. They're microtransactions. When you buy a game, we're going to be talking about Halo a lot, so let's talk about Halo. When you buy Halo, you pay for it, and maybe you bought it for $60. You have the option in Halo of going towards the rec packs in the store section and going towards a gold pack, which is $2.99. I just looked at it right now as I'm making this recording. $2.99. Okay, so that is money. And in that gold rec pack is a DLC. It's content, okay? When you play Titanfall 2, and this is a specific example, there's many other examples out there that fall under this category. When you play Titanfall 2, you can go to the microtransactions section in the menu and look at Titan skins, and then you can purchase those Titan skins. And I'm all for that. I'm all for making money. I'm all for selling goods and services, and I'm all for capitalism, okay? I love capitalism. Capitalism is so good. I love it, okay? I'm a fan of people buying something that they know what it is and saying, I want that, and I will trade you for it. I'm all for that. One thing I'm not for is when a company says, here is this good, which you do not know what it will be until the transaction is over. I want you to buy it. I don't like that. That comes under the definition of gambling for me, okay? And gambling is, taking part in a activity or a transaction where you give up a source of value and participate in a chance of receiving another source of value where somebody will gain and somebody will lose depending on unknown outcome. And you might use sports as an example for that. You don't know which team is going to win, but you know the odds, and so you can give odds. You can give odds for the bet. You can do that with cards. When you go to a casino, you know the odds of victory, you know the odds of loss, but you put up that money and then you get money back for those odds. So what I would define gambling is having an arbiter of chance, which would be cards or the athlete or whatever. Okay, so you have the arbiter of decision. The decision is unknown to everybody. Um, Not decision, let's say outcome, is unknown to everybody, okay? And the outcome cannot be influenced by those who participate in the transaction. Um, Knowingly, okay, so if I knowingly come into a transaction with 343 Industries and I say I want a gold rec pack, I don't know what's in it, and there's nothing that I've been informed that I can do to improve my chances of getting what I want when I purchase that rec pack. I only purchase the rec pack because I know that there's a chance of getting what I want, but I am not aware, and it is not explicitly given to me the information of how I can benefit the transaction and benefit my chances of getting that specific good or service that I want. Um, that's what I would say is gambling in a video game. Now, when it comes to the legal definition, one might ask, well, isn't this illegal? And the answer to that is no. No, it's not illegal. That doesn't mean it shouldn't be illegal. It just means that it isn't. And the reason that it isn't is because we have laws. And laws are a good thing, okay? Laws make everything good. And I personally would prefer to have as little law as possible because that way we can make as many decisions as we want. But I do recognize the need for law. I recognize the need for a law that makes it illegal to murder somebody. I recognize the need for a law that makes it illegal to rob somebody. And there's other laws and more detailed laws that I recognize as essential. Okay. And one thing that I would argue is that I would argue a need for a law that would limit or eliminate gambling inside of video games. Now, we're talking about Halo 5, but this can apply to an innumerable amount of video games right now. All video games are doing this right now. It's disgusting. But Halo is, we're going to talk about Halo specifically, okay? But Halo is rated T for teen, okay? Halo 5 is rated T, okay? And so my kid can get on Halo, and my kid can participate in a microtransaction with or without my money, okay? It can be my money, it can be somebody else's, but they can participate in a gamble, okay? And what happens when they open up one of these rec packs is there's cheering, there's confetti, it's an experience, okay? And it is designed to release chemicals in your brain that are associated with pleasure and addiction, okay? And so my kid would be more likely to do this again because the experience was so thrilling. The experience of not knowing what's going to happen, the experience of opening up the unknown transaction and receiving, whether it be good or bad, this transaction. People are still, there's celebrating, little kids cheering in the background. There's still confetti everywhere, and it's designed to promote an addictive behavior. And it's disgusting. And I don't want that for me. I don't want that for my kid. I don't want that for anybody. It's not illegal. And that's a really critical point that we're looking at today. I would encourage you to go to those who make law in your local areas and in your federal areas, and I would encourage you to approach them and ask them and request a law that would regulate this behavior, that would eliminate the opportunities that children have to gamble online, in video games, or whatever, okay? Video games are the future of entertainment, okay? Your kids play video games. You probably play video games. Everybody in the future will play video games. It is the future, okay? It is the future. Regardless of what you believe, what you enjoy, whatever, video games are going to take over the entertainment industry. They already have, and it's just going to go, it's just going to go up from there. This is something that needs to be resolved, and it needs to be resolved as soon as possible, okay? We need to eliminate this potential for addictive gambling in younger generations, in younger people, and in those people who already have issues with addiction when it comes to gambling that might be older. These people and ourselves need to have legal action to protect us in our homes, in our safe spaces, whatever. I encourage you to go to those who make law and and ask them to make law that would protect your needs.